Welcome to the Drum Lounge Podcast.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Drum Lounge Podcast. I am your Ryder McHugh playing, your book report finessing, your Jesus Christ loving host, Jeremie Foster.
And I've been logged on for the past 4 weeks, 4 weeks waiting for this man. But I'm Bryon Russell, man. Welcome. Oh wait, before I even say welcome, we have a guest. Let me.
Yeah, we got a special guest, man. So this is none other than Dontavius Seaborn, man, former section leader at Bethune-Cookman.
All right, man. So I'm Dontavius, also known as Pudge. For anybody that may be from the Atlanta area or be from Florida, played in Cream Drum Corps, if you know anything about that. Was one of the head section leaders for that during my time in high school. Went to Columbia High School. It's on the east side, of course. So, of course, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, East Atlanta to be exact. And then, of course, I was the first Quint section leader in the Set of Impact Drumline 2014 and graduated that same year, but came in 2009 to the band.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
and he was... Yeah, I didn't know that either. That's legendary as hell. Yeah, he was, Pudge was, Dontavius, are you still allowing people to call you Pudge?
Like, yeah, man. You can call me either or. You can call me either or.
That man is a staple.
Yeah. No, Pudge was one of our first just section leaders in general when we got to Cookman. We had 4 section leaders, and Pudge was one of the first one for me. In terms of how I first met Pudge, though, I played for Cream. Like you said, he played for Cream, and I remember it was like my junior year playing for Cream, was going through the show, and Pudge and somebody else was there just watching us play and was making the Pudge faces like, y'all need to clean that up. And I just remember after practice, he was like, hey, what school you going to? And I was like, I might be going to Cookman. I might go to South Carolina State. He was just pushing for Cookman, like pushing for Cookman.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was Nick. I think it was you and Nick. Yeah. You and Nick. Recipes, Nick.
Yep.
Yeah, man. And literally ever since then, I was super close with Pudge, super close with Nick, until I finally got to Cookman. And then it just went on from there.
Yeah, man. I met Pudge through Cookman. I got me and Jeremie got there in 2012, and Pudge was my section leader. And Pudge is the one that introduced me. He can tell you a lot more about it, but he introduced me to what actual diddle interpretation was. And, yes, man. I'm talking about
folks' favorite word, man.
Yes. I don't think, and I'm not even trying to glaze you or anything like that, but I don't think there's ever been a person that I've met that understood the purpose of playing on a marching percussion instrument and was able to distribute it and teach it to everybody else more than this man right here. No glaze, but you know.
Yeah, man. I think that's one of the key things about me, if anything, was just like I always wanted people to really understand what they was playing. And I think that's the problem with the culture that we have right now. It's like, a lot of the kids, they can play almost anything back to you once they hear it. But I think the interpretation and breaking down certain things is what kind of is lost, especially on the collegiate level. We're asking students to come in and automatically be able to play, like you just said, a book report, right? Yeah. But they don't just want you to know how to play it. They want you to know the grid 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? But I don't think anyone has ever broken down, what's the fabric of a book report, right? They don't tell you, the makeup of it. Like a lot of people aren't going to tell you, hey, you're overplaying or you're playing this double stop a little too slow or a flam or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And I think that was like the key thing that I learned at Cookman when I got there, that wasn't being taught enough. Of course, you got amazing, talented guys like Aaron Fields, right? He's over A1 Media for all of y'all that don't know that. That's Aaron Fields, Bethune-Cookman grad. You got guys like Matthew, who when I came in, amazing, world-renowned drum set player. He travels the world to play drum set. And these guys, when we got to Cookman, they were like reinventing Bethune.
Yeah.
Right? They were the ones who wanted to take Bethune to the next level. And I think they passed me the torch pretty early, right? You know, I get there as a freshman. I'm on future committee. You know, you're not even supposed to be on that as a freshman. You don't just get on future committee as a freshman. You know, as a freshman, you're really told like to be seen, not heard, right? So you got me coming in, working with guys like the head band director or the interim head band director at Tuskegee, Ricky Oglesby, who's like, I want to get better. You good? I'm good. Let's take this to the next level. And I think that's what made me really just recognize what I felt like Cookman needed outside of all those good people. Because we had good players, but I don't think we ever had anyone that was actually explaining what we were playing, right? Saying like, you know, the diddle interpretation, you know, telling a lot of high schoolers like, hey, you're swinging, you know, you're speeding up the last two beats of a paradiddle diddle. Right, or you're crushing the last two notes of a paradiddle diddle, or you know you're swinging, you know the double beat pieces that we playing, right? And I just don't think some people get that in high school. So when they come to us, it's our job to teach it.
Yeah, and it's like we're already in college now. You're supposed to have already gotten this instruction years before you got here. And so that definitely be the drawback for a lot of these folks, man.
Yeah, and you really can't fight on what other people are teaching from everywhere else. But as long as when you get to the collegiate level, you have people that understand that are leadership that are supposed to be able to bring that down to everybody else. That's what makes the great line. So yeah, man. With that being said, all of us are here. We all Cookman graduates. This weekend, ladies and gentlemen. This weekend, ladies and gentlemen, the Florida Classic Battle of the Bands is happening.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he got
that. We all graduated from the great under Mr. Ore, Mr. Pedro Ore's instruction.
Oh yeah.
For y'all for y'all who not, you know, familiar with the Florida or Florida Classic or FAMU or Bethune-Cookman, this Saturday it is on Saturday, right? Because at some point it was on Sunday, like years ago.
The feature Friday, that's all I care about.
Yeah, feature Friday,
Feature Friday,
This weekend is the Florida Classic weekend, basically. Friday is usually the Battle of the Bands. That's at the Magic Arena. And then Saturday is usually the Florida Classic actual football game between Bethune-Cookman University and FAMU. Now that's to Bethune-Cookman folks and to FAMU folks, this is the biggest game of the year. Like, this is the only game we care about, even to the drumline. This is the only game we literally prepare for, unless we playing Norfolk or something.
Go out there, go out there with the shakies, bitch.
Right, like this is the only weekend we seriously prepare for. The
this
classic.
Our Super Bowl.
Yeah,
this is our Super Bowl, man. It's our Super Bowl.
Like literally the drumline. All week we're going crazy. Mr. Ore goes to PASIC the weekend beforehand, literally to construct beats to use for the classic feature.
On the flight. He's on the flight, right?
Exactly. So we take this week very seriously for sure.
Which was something I wanted to touch on, because I know a lot of people think like we're learning this show. A lot of people automatically assume we're learning this show all throughout the year.
Right.
And that's just so false. Like we've all been in the band room and we've seen Ore come in on a Monday and say, yeah, I know we was practicing that before I left the PASIC, but I'm changing all of that, and we're doing this now. And by the way, I got this little subdivided piece from Bill Bachman, because I bumped into him, and we both had a conversation about HBCUs, and he wrote something, or he wanted to give something to somebody, or Scott Johnson, or anything. Like, we're not practicing on this for 2 weeks like a lot of other schools, right? So, you know, I'm not making an excuse for any of the flaws that may be seen or heard, because, you know, it's a college, so we're supposed to be collegiate. But I also want people to lean in and recognize, like, a lot of this stuff that we've had days where we're into the band room literally 10 hours before Florida Classic, the performance, the drumline feature. And we are just now knowing the full show. Because I think, and to me, I'm going to be honest, I think it's an adrenaline rush when that's happening. I've liked it some years. I've disliked it some years. I think that's a part of leadership anyway. You're not going to like everything, because as a leader, you're going to want some stuff to be better. But one thing I want to tell the people that's assuming that we know this show 2 weeks before, no, if we knew that show 2 weeks before, it wouldn't be a flaw in it. I promise you that.
On that.
I'm telling you.
It wouldn't be a flaw in any of it.
And I want to say, I love that Impact performs in the spring now. The best version of the feature being like April, boy. In April,
Yes. All the
they be
little
killing
dirt
that shit.
things that were waxed off.
All that junk clean.
Everybody's intense. Everybody's going out there solo, cleaned up. Ain't no more the
Nah, folks know the part.
Everybody out there doing it, boy.
Exactly, man.
And
Well,
I think you can see that if you actually watch Cookman or Bethune, I think you can see that. You'll hear it. There may be a couple of things added to the feature. I mean, I know one year they actually added back something I wrote when y'all was in the band, which is Smooth Criminal. They added that back in, and I'm like,
I saw that.
That bass,
I'm like,
like a bass solo or
it was
like 2 years ago.
And I'm like, whoa, they still got that music. Where'd that come from?
Crazy.
So like I actually like it in the spring, but again, not trying to make any excuses, because at the end of the day, we're all colleges, but we're not learning that show as early as a lot of people think we are. We're grinding all the way up to the day of, and if you know anything about drum lines, which a lot of people do, we have to make up so much stuff just for the field show you see. Right, we got to make up new beats, breakdowns, new beats,
drum major entrance,
drum major entrance. All that stuff got to be done on top of the feature, and the feature is never old material. It's always all new material.
All new.
So y'all college lines, they get to throw a little bit of this and that,
putting blocks together.
Put them blocks together. Nah, this is all new. Ain't none of this. It may be one or two solos. Somebody like Jeremie and Bryon had maybe taught like halfway through the season, but still, it's all new material. And you're not going to hear something. You're not going to hear us add 2,000 to a feature. That ain't happening.
Right. Yeah. I think if I remember correctly, I think in 2013 when we did that Calypso feature, I think we finished that feature in the garage, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Oh, wow,
with them tabales, they was trying to figure out to get up under their leg, hit that. So,
bro, that feature was crazy. Do y'all remember y'all, I mean, well, me and you, Bryon, we freshman brothers, but Pudge, you remember your crab feature?
I actually do.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Really? Did I like it? Yeah. I only like the solo they let me make up.
Hey, what was that, 09, right?
Yeah.
No.
He
tweaking.
Nah, bro, I ain't like that thing. It had it. Y'all both know me, bro. It had a little bit too much triplets around the drum for me, bro. I think as a college, I think as a college, you get to a point where you got to retire certain things for certain features. And I think we are as Quints, because I played Quints, Six Tuppers, whatever you want to call them. I'm a snare player by trade. And I think a lot of people don't know that. Bryon know that, Jeremie know that, but I'm a snare player by trade. So I'm always thinking about how to advance the Quint line. And that was the year where I was just like, man, bro, we could be doing more than this. And they were like, well, make up the solo we're going to play. And you can tell that the solo we played on Quints is totally different from the rest of the cadence. It just is. But that was the moment where I got to go, all right, let me put some heat somewhere. And then every year after that, it was like, oh yeah, I get to make up everything almost. Me and Rick get to make up a lot more together and stuff like that.
Bro, I want to, the peak for me, what you solidified me coming to Cookman was that 11 feature. That joke was just so fire. I need to go ahead and bring that clip up, my boy. Let me go ahead.
You gotta play the Quint solo too. You gotta play the Quint solo.
Yeah. We gotta.
Is that the one with the flip in it? The stand. The stands and the flip.
Yeah. I think so. I want to say that was Aaron last year. I want to say that was Aaron last year. Yeah.
Wow, apparently I was just looking at it, and the video starts at the Quint solo.
That video is weird. I think it's like two different videos on there that you got to look at.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
This.
Oh, yeah, it's right before the snare solo. Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
Perfect view, by the way.
Right. Dude, this Cookman in 2011, man. This was the dream Cookman to me. But
I still got that band kit.
I was going to say, this was the year.
Just the fact there is nothing anyway better than this.
Man, leave on, man.
Oh yeah. That was the year right now. That was the year that I was like, me and Aaron, A1 Media, well, we got into a lot of arguments that feature, boy. We got into a lot of arguments. Yeah, man, because like I think, of course that's 11. So that's my third year in the band, technically my first year section leader. And I just had a different vision, bro, for the feature. I was like, nah, bro, we not playing nothing simple in this feature.
Bro, nah.
We're not playing no whack stuff. Like, are we going to play some of the, the field parts? Are we going to play, Ore, he going to always come from Passage with some new type timbale feel or some new Latin, some new Latin groove, calypso. Are we going to play those? Yes, we're always going to play those. Like, we don't get no say-so on playing those. But everything else, nah, we going to make sure this stuff got some beats to it. And I think what kind of established that was just kind of like, I think a lot of people may look at it as arguments, but for us, it was like, it's just, man, it's intellectual differences to me because we both play that Cream, same way I play that Cream with Jeremie, or I saw Jeremie play at Cream and met him. And we all come from different schools, but we all want to do one thing. We want to push the narrative and push the line forward.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, nah, you know what? Be Delicious. Nah, we're gonna play that.
Yeah.
Like we not gonna sit on this as Quince no more. We're gonna play that piece. Snares, y'all that made up a part to it, cool. Let's write out the back range parts.
Exactly.
We're gonna do a Quint feature. Well, we ain't doing a stand solo this year. We tired of the snares. Getting to play 4 solos. Like, we gonna get us one good one off, and it's gonna change the way that Quints are looked at. Because I mean, when you come from somewhere where you feel like you know how to play the drum, you're not trying to go other places and not feel like that. And I always tell people, man, I had over $200,000 in scholarships, right? And that was like not even before the school year ended. We're talking about in December, I had $200,000 in scholarships. I had scholarship at Norfolk, at South Carolina State. I had scholarships at other schools, but my mom, God rest her soul, rest in peace to her. She the one who wanted me to go to school in Florida. She didn't want me to go nowhere else. She was like, nah, you go to school in Florida.
Wow.
We can get down there fast.
Right.
It's a 1-hour flight straight into Daytona. Anything happen, we can get to you fast. And that was kind of her thing. But also, she knew I had other friends there who were going to take care of me, make sure I keep a straight head on my shoulders. But to me, I always tell people, Cookman wasn't my first choice. And Jeremie know this. Bryon probably never knew this. But, I was very familiar with Tim Green at South Carolina State.
That's what I would have assumed,
Yeah, but he wanted me to play snare at South Carolina State. And that's what a lot of people didn't know. Their Quint line was pretty much already set up. They had Mark still there. They had JP, which is John Paul there. They had a lot of guys that could really, really play on the same level that I could play, but he needed more snare players, and he knew I could play snare. I played Grievous Groove as my ensemble piece on snare with him, right? And he was just he called Rouse like, I didn't even know this man could play snare. This explains it all now, right? So that was one of the big dividers. Also, kind of like, I'm first off, Cookman gave me the most money. Shout out to Cookman, 14 grand, full tuition, pretty much.
That's how they get you, the money.
Only had to pay like $5,000 out of pocket. Right. Cal Grant took care of that. Got a little refund.
Exactly.
So for me, bro, I'm just like, nah, bro. I'm not in a certain space where my mom can just pay all this money out of school. So I'm gonna make the best decision there too. But the biggest thing was like, nah, a lot of people may sleep on Bethune, but not while I'm here.
Bro.
While I'm here.
That was literally my mantra, bro. When I tell you that was literally my mantra, it's like, all right, these niggas, they done passed me the torch. And I'm like the young guy in this junk. All the old folks are going, I'm not about to allow this junk to be just forgotten or slept on. Nah, we got beats. We got hands. Like, this junk about to be seen. And that's why we put this junk on social media. Like, literally, our class was the class that put impact on the internet.
On social media, yep.
We did start that Instagram page.
And so, we was like, nah, boy, folks ain't about to sleep on impact no more.
Yeah, man. I think 2011 feature was what changed the outlook
sure.
of Bethune.
Hands
And
down.
I think from there, when y'all, Nick get there, y'all get there, it just built up. And I always tell people, no shout out or no hate on Florida people, but I always tell people, Georgia people, Atlanta, surrounding cities, listen, the talent we brought to Cookman from like on up to even now, because there are still some Atlanta people and Georgia people in the section, but it was just a different style. And it was something that we came in saying, like, we're going to continue the look of Bethune. We're going to continue the sound of Bethune. We're going to continue to make sure that we have that feel. But we're going to bring some beats too.
Bruh, exactly,
we ain't just going to have the normal style that we was playing. And I also think, at some level, I want to say probably 2009, even Mr. Ore saw the difference in the caliber of players that we had. And then he started to push the line a different way too, because it's not just the leaders that, that were section leaders from Georgia and et cetera, but it's also his leadership. He wanted the line to progress in a different way. We've had cadences written by Tim Green, who is not none of our instructors, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We've had cadences. What was the cadence we played that one year? When y'all finally got to play it.
Cook Style.
By Scott Johnson.
Cook Style by Scott Johnson,
yeah.
So I always like to tell people that, because I think some players or some of the younger guys who may be from different areas who are interested in Bethune, we just don't play all the old stuff.
Yeah.
You may see us play that in the stands, but that's because it's short, it's straight to the point, and we don't got that much time to be playing.
Exactly.
Right. If you know the rules, and I try to explain that to guys too. The rules of the football team, bro, is once they break huddle, you can play. But any time that they're not in huddle, you actually have to play on your rim. And it's hard for us to play on the rim. Right? Our shortest cadences are probably a minute and 15 seconds. And that's everything old. That's none of the new stuff. Right. So it's a little bit harder to showcase what we have.
Give them some.
Yeah, give them some.
I think that's the reason you wrote "Give them some" is because we couldn't play the long cadences, so we started writing short things to be able to put inside the stands, and we got away with that bit too.
Right.
But I still think that's a piece that I want a lot of the younger people who may be looking at Cookman to think about. Like, you may not get to see everything because there's only so much time in the game. And let's be honest, during the game, they only want to hear us play about 2 cadences. That's the staff. And the rest of everything is going to be full band. Right?
Band only, boy.
Yeah. Do we try to like make the songs a little bit more interesting? For sure.
For sure. Like,
that's the most we play.
Yeah. But
add a little capital action.
There you go.
Miguel.
There you go. Make it to do a little bit of ad-libbing on Quince,
Right.
But that's about it. At the end of the day, we care about the ensemble sound. And I don't think a lot of lines care about that no more.
Nah, I will say though, we're saying that now, but Cookman has been popping their face out a lot more in the past few years, man. Like almost to the point where I'm like, bro, I wish I was playing for them folks right now. Like being able to battle against different colleges in the springtime, these different gym performances. I'm like, bro,
the spring period, the fact that they're popping out in the spring,
just something
and the drumline is traveling. That's another big thing that I'd like to speak on. Recruitment. The drumline, as far as the Bethune, the Marching Wildcats, is the only one that's actually traveling places and recruiting, going to Palm Beach Lakes and doing that little drumline battle. I think they went to Mainland. They went to Mainland twice in a row.
Yeah, they did a little.
And it's crazy because Mainland is right next to them. Mainland High School never really sees the band, but the drumline takes the opportunity to go down there, go to Lakes, go to where all the big feeder schools are. And that's why the drumline now is 16 cymbals deep, 14 snares deep, 11 basses deep.
That shit makes no sense, bro. I saw a stand clip of them, and they were just all bunched up in the top of the stand block. I was like,
bro,
I know the stands ain't got no room.
That's what I like it though, bro. I always tell people,
me too, honestly.
My funnest year was, I think, when we hit like 57 in the cuss. That was my funnest year. We were split between 2 buses, because some of us ain't supposed to have 2 seats, but we are. We're gonna use our deference, but we were split between, I want to say, like us and the tubas maybe, or us and the trombones. had the splitter bus, and then we had our own percussion bus. But we were deep, bro. You know,
Right,
and I think that's needed.
The man just said difference, and that man just brought back so many memories. Folks just say difference and just take your stuff.
Oh yeah. For sure. Hey, difference, bro. You get the warm Gatorade, because you know by the time them Gatorades get to us,
Difference.
them things ain't that cold no more, bro. So,
I think difference died, bro. I don't know if they do that no more.
Hey, look, you got a cold Gatorade, Jeremy. Hey, throw me that. Go ahead and get this one.
I need that.
Bro,
But yeah, with that being said, man, the Classic is coming up this weekend, and with everything we got going on, us being from Cookman are probably the biggest critics of Cookman. Right. So, what do we all expect to see out of the Florida Classic feature from the best drumline in Florida, period? What do we? For me personally, I don't know, man. Cookman is way bigger. I want them to use their numbers to their advantage. It's four, and I think y'all were talking about this prior to us recording, but it's 14 snares. What's the method that you're gonna do to listen to make sure nothing sounds like dirt? Like clean up, tune snares, 16, 18 cymbals. Somebody got to throw the cymbals in the crowd and it come back.
Bro, those cymbals, I need no mediocrity from those cymbals, boy. Whatever we did at 14, like when the cymbals went slap stupid in 14, I need something on that level or better, boy. Because they got 1,000 cymbals over there. I need something, bro. Everybody need to know how to flow. Everybody need to know how to spin, throw that bit in the air or something, man. Because 16 cymbals is crazy.
I think that just tell you about the leadership again, though. 14, you had Zay on cymbals. They don't even play cymbals.
Yeah.
Right? Zay play snare.
But Zay did, though.
Zay can play cymbals, though, right? I think, again, I think it ain't always got to be the person who has been playing it for their whole life.
Right.
Like, I think that's the thing, too. Yeah, like the idea is different. I think that's something that even you two recognize about being leaders in the drum line. Like, I can play everything in the whole drum line, right? Your leadership just can't be on your drum. And that doesn't take the drum line too far. So what I've seen this year, if they can work out the little ticks, the little, 1 or 2 tweaks they can make, bro, I want to see them go for it.
Yeah.
Like I want to see, what was your senior year, Jeremy? I want to see that level of the snares back.
Yeah.
The aggressiveness of the snares where they're attacking the beats. Like if they are playing something easier, it's very clean, right? I want to hear that back for the Quints. Bro, they got the best hands they've had in the past 6 years. Like I've seen those guys, I've seen those guys up close and personal playing, and the Quints problem is, in any drum line is typically you lose guys here and there, and then you got to reinvent the line. But see, they got 3 freshmen, probably 4 freshmen. They got 7 Quints.
Right?
But they have like 3 or 4 freshmen who can all play. So like push the envelope, that's what I want to see. I want to see them go back forward, start playing the beats again. For tonal bass, bro, those guys can play. I know y'all have heard the stuff that they've been doing this year, right? Go forward. I just want to see Cookman go forward.
Bro,
I want another 17 feature. I want another 13 feature. I don't want another 11 feature. I want the features that's like in your face.
Yes.
And that make you go, oh, let me put the headphones on to hear this, right? When you see it,
that bit.
let me hear that again. Right? And I, for me, I ain't had too many of those moments, bro. I ain't had too many of those moments in the last couple of years where I go, let me put the headphones in. Now, what I will say about last year's feature, they had the best formations last year that they've ever had.
Yes.
The way they was kind of drilling in the show. Keep that. But keep the cleanliness. Push the envelope on the playing ability. And I want a little bit of less grooves, man. I don't want all them grooves no more.
Please. Man. Like Cookman is the king of the MEAC groove. Like we're the king of the MEAC groove. On the MEAC side of things, it's Cookman, Norfolk, and maybe a South Carolina State if they can simplify the groove. Cookman is the king of that, bro. If y'all could just keep the grooves to about 16 counts, man. because these
Yeah.
72 count grooves is causing these features. I'm looking at their feature
When-
from last year. That bit almost 5 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
I remember when I
playing.
started
Like you said, bro, if you're gonna do a groove, keep it at a 16.
bro, 16 count, man. I'm falling asleep at by the 3/4 into the feature. I'm about to go to sleep.
It feels like a lot of those grooves have been 32 counts, bro.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. And we don't need the people who really understand the feature. We don't need 32 counts of a groove. Like, I don't think the average person viewing us even understands 32 counts of a groove, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm more interested in 16, put some beats to it. If you're gonna solo, or what they call bump, you're gonna go solo to solo, cool. But, don't do these long grooves. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I want the basses out front again, man, like 2013 and 2014 too. Put the basses out front. Like, stop having them play the solos all the way behind the snares, and it's not really peeking over. Because we're not the highest tuning bass line, and that's what we got to recognize. We sit our basses in the middle. Yeah, we sit our basses in the middle. Have they gotten higher over the years? Yeah. But I still think we sit our basses kind of in the middle, so if they're not front and center, it's not as heard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I kind of think that grooves are. I agree that it shouldn't be that long, but with all the features, it seems like it's the identity now of what Cookman does. Like, and any feature, I think somebody in there says we got to throw this groove in there for about 32 counts.
Yeah.
And
man,
it's a new year.
I think that's the simplicity factor, right? If you know you got this groove coming up and then you got this section where you're doing all this playing, it's a little bit easier to know it and remember it when you're learning in such a short time. But I think that's where the leaders, right? We keep talking about the leaders. Something that all lines have lost is that leadership who's trusted. Bryon was a trusted leader. Jeremie was a trusted leader. I was a trusted leader. If we went to Mr. Ore and said, hey, man, that groove too long, or we would chop it down and not even tell him.
Yeah.
And then he come in there and he's like, oh, I like that change. I like that change. Don't remove this part. We're going to keep that in there. We're going to add that back in, right? But I think that's the leadership too. Like, you got to be the person kind of piecing together the puzzle too at the end of the day. So, you know that this 32 count groove ain't really needed. Let's switch that. Or if we're going to do the 32 count groove, we need to be moving to some formation. We just can't be sitting here rocking and swagging.
Exactly.
Nah.
Even the rocking, man, I feel like we've done every Cookman-friendly rock, man. Let's just go ahead and knock out all the rocks. If y'all gonna do a groove into a formation. That'd be awesome, bro. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest. And when Bryon, you said that has become our identity. That has become our identity. I don't want that to be our identity.
Yeah.
I don't want us to be, I don't want us to be predictable, bro.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that we've lost too. Like, we've become predictable with our features, bro. When the snare solo about to come, right? You know that our feature is gonna be 115 to 120 BPMs, right?
Right.
Like, no.
Every time that bit gonna be just
like, no, man.
At some point it's gonna be like a 16 count roll in there, and
I don't want it to be predictable. And I think that's leadership, bro. I gotta fall back on leadership, man. Somebody gotta say, I look at it like this. Anytime you heard a feature start, boom, tap, right? One hand. That was me. That was something I wrote. Noticeable, right? So 13 is the only one that I wrote that didn't start that way, right?
Okay,
started with book reporters, right? So if you don't have a leader who's either gonna add something to it, write something to it, then it's not gonna be nothing that's unpredictable.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you can look at too. You look at the leaders that we've had, bro. You got Bryon, he gonna write. You got Jeremie, he gonna write. You got me, I'm gonna write. You got Aaron, he gonna write, right? You got people like
Jose.
I'm blanking. Jose, he gonna write something.
Jose,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I feel like Tim wrote something, right?
Yeah. What's his name that wrote Twisted?
Damien.
Oh yeah,
Damien.
y'all wrote it.
I wrote two parts of it. The ending that
okay,
don't play no more. The I Dream the Genie ending. The
Oh
bassist
yeah,
don't even play that part no more. Yeah.
yeah.
I talked to them about that. I was like, bro, y'all took that out or Twisted? What y'all got going on?
Oh, I didn't know that you
Right?
wrote that.
So-
part. Oh no, you know what? Yeah, I did. I did know you wrote that.
Yeah.
And then the ending, like how it goes into the build up, that part into the ending. So I think when you look at the line and you look at leaders, bro, I think one of the qualifications for every drum line is that the leaders need to know something, how to write,
bro.
or at least take a theory class, bro.
Creativity, man. I remember I was talking to Mr. Ore some months ago, and one of his pain points was the leaders are not creative as the leaders were in the past. Every section leader in the past have had this bug of wanting to do something for the section, not just being the section leader and just teaching the past cadences, just teaching the same things that were teaching the same things from past sessions. No, every single year that we were there, we was like, all right, we better do different this year because last season we knew something was trash.
I'll give you an example. If you watch Cookman pre-2011, we only had one warm-up.
Yes.
Eights. When y'all came in, we had Logitech, Road Trip. We had Flamets, our own version of Flamets, right?
Yeah.
We had, what was the other one? It was one more we had.
Road Trip, Logitech, Flams, Avance, Jeremie wrote Avance.
Oh no, boy, that was later on, but
You did, So like, think about that. Bro, me and Rick, one summer, we like, bro, how are we gonna get better? We got warm-ups.
I thought about that
we like, me and Rick, we like, nah, bro, we gonna have some warm-ups this year.
Yeah.
And you know, like, again, this is the difference in opinions with leaders. Aaron's like, nah, we need to learn more cadences. I'm like, y'all know my leadership was like, why are we learning 10 cadences we're not gonna play them?
Yeah.
Like, no, we gonna learn Chipotle. We not learning that. We gonna learn Chipotle.
It was another one you wrote too.
I feel like it was too.
So Fresh was So Clean. We never played it.
It was
So Fresh So Clean. Yeah.
The right before the end of Twisted is your cadence.
So that's a part of Chipotle.
I thought it was.
That's a part of Chipotle.
I thought it was. I thought it was Mamba. I thought it was Mamba. Is that the name of the cadence?
It was Mamba. It was Mamba.
Yeah.
It was Mamba. It was
I forgot about
Mamba was nasty, boy.
It was Mamba. You're right.
Oh, that might be Chipotle.
Yeah.
I used to have footage of both of them, man.
So crazy thing is like when you think about it, bro, you gotta do both as a leader. Like, you gotta learn everything we gotta know about homecoming, right? Because all of the old heads, they want us to play all the old stuff, right? Don't come in there not playing. Let's introduce ourselves, right?
Exactly.
Or murder now. Right? But in the same breath, you gotta do the stuff that train the guys to get better. And when you think about it, we talked about this, Road Trip is swung when it's played slow. Nobody has figured out that it's being swung. Nobody is recognizing that, right?
Yeah.
That's not just on the leadership. That's for people to say, hey, do y'all not recognize that we're doing this? Like, somebody in the line should say that, right? And I think that's the thing. It's not just about being a leader. Does not just mean you're great at playing. Like, I'm going to just be honest, bro. On the college level, there's always going to be somebody that's closest to being as good as you, maybe slightly under you, or maybe better than you. That's college. But the best leader is the person that can do it all. The person that can write for the line. The person that says, oh, you know what? We had to learn that groove. We had to just fill in this groove and rote teach it really fast. But we need to get it on paper, right? Because 6 years later, they may play the same song. And if there ain't no drum parts, now they got to call 1 million people or go on YouTube. And now it's something totally different. Don't sound the same.
Yeah.
So I don't think that people think about that. And that's the biggest issue I see with leaders right now is that they don't have no understanding of like how to write.
Right.
They ain't never been in finale or civilians.
That's the thing, man.
it's man, because writing humbles you.
Yes, and
Writing
it teaches you
humbles you.
honestly.
I was just about
Yeah.
to say that. I feel like when you write music, it's like you going backwards instead of going
Mhm.
forward trying
Literally.
to play something. You
Reverse
going
engineering
backwards
music,
trying to teach it, and you realize, oh dang, bro, this is what I've been playing. Hold
Bro,
on,
Yeah, yeah.
okay,
it's crazy
yeah,
'cause-
bro,
Yeah.
that section is crazy.
And it's crazy because I
And-
realized
go
that in high school, man, the desire to want to write music, I had that in high school. So I'm wondering if like the people in at Cookman now in Impact section now, if they have that same desire. Because I know a lot of kids now, man, they really be fans of Impact. Like, I want to go to
yeah.
I want to go to Cookman to play for Impact only. Like,
Yeah,
I want to play
yeah.
2000. It's
all
like,
they know is all they know is 2000 and no diddle interpretation.
and like
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Vance and just like wait, I got some Lofi playing on my computer. Hold on.
Lofi, ugly.
Yeah,
But
I'll be playing Lofi when I be
everybody
working.
play. Everybody play Twisted. Everybody
Look,
play Odd Times.
Yeah,
6/8.
Exactly.
bro. I'm in the drum line. I'm in the percussion room, right? And they're playing Road Trip.
Mhm.
And I'm like, this was the moment I try to just say, hey, y'all are swinging that. And,
Is
a
it this
couple
year?
of them it was last year. And a
Last
couple of
year,
them that know me, they're like, oh, what's up, man? What's up? So I'm like, y'all swinging that. And then they're like, how you know we swinging it? And then I said, because I wrote it.
What?
Bro, I
And they
cannot
were
wait
like-
for that moment, bro.
They were like, what? I was like, yeah, I wrote Road Trip. And then, a couple of them like, what's the story behind it? Yeah, I was on a road trip.
Right. That's just what it is.
Like I was on a road trip. I was driving state to state with
That's
my sisters, and
yeah.
I got my laptop with me. I'm like, nah, I'm about to write a cadence. They driving, let me write this cadence right quick. And I was like, we got a diddle interpretation problem, right?
Yeah.
And we got an
Yes.
issue with our paradiddle diddles. You got some guys that's playing the last two beats a little too fast, crushing them. Bad velocity, right? And
Yes.
I think when you step back from a lot of the stuff we playing, as y'all have all done, because when you stand in front of that line of 50 plus people, bro, you feel like a superhero, number one.
Exactly, bro.
But when you doing it as a quint player,
Oh yeah.
oh no.
It was different.
You gotta, bro. I'm pretty sure y'all remember me not ever getting in front of the line with my drum on.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah.
You always take
Right?
the
Like
drama.
and because I noticed if I got this drum on, they all looking at me like, he don't know what he talking about. He don't play snare. Right? Oh, he don't know this. Right? So give y'all one thing I know y'all remember. Me telling the tenors, y'all need to learn natural sticking. That's gonna be our
Yes.
theme this year.
Uh-huh.
Natural sticking. Because in Florida, they play a lot of stuff
Double hand.
on they double hand stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
like, no, we're gonna learn how to play natural sticking movement stuff because this is why you can't play hand to hand. We give
Right.
y'all something that's just you can't play it. You can't play it. You
Get
Get the fumbling.
you can't play it because everything you play is doubled up on hands.
Yeah.
You always doing stuff like this, right? And that's not natural sticking. So even something as simple as that changes the whole framework of how you plan on the line.
Yeah.
And now when you look at Cookman tenors, they double up on some hand parts, but you see them play a lot more hand-to-hand parts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But people don't recognize that came from playing Logitech. That came from having them play stuff during Road Trip.
Yeah.
That came from saying, hey, no, y'all not gonna double up the hands on this. You're actually gonna play the notes to where they're written on the page. Right? So I think if you add that back to every line, like the qualifications of being a section leader, especially a head, you should know how to write music. I don't care what nobody say.
That definitely. At Cookman, bro, you gotta know. You gotta know how to be innovative for the section, at least in the smallest sense.
Yeah, you had section leader and you can't write music? What?
Nah.
What you there for?
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
And,
What are
and
we
teach
doing?
music. And teach the music too.
This
Like
is college. Because at the end of the day, it's humbling when you gotta write that cadence and you give it to somebody like Ricky Oglesby again. This is somebody who's over percussionist, who's an interim band director at Tuskegee.
Right now. Yeah.
Right? Percussionist. He writes music. He writes full-on songs. He's written for places like Edward Waters, right? He's written for high schools. When you get your music in front of him and he say, hey, bro, this you wrote this rest the wrong way. It's harder to read it this way. That's humbling.
Yeah.
When you get that cadence in front of Ore and he on his laptop in real time changing your rest in front of your face, and he says, and he says, hey, you wrote this rest wrong. Come over here right quick. Let's count this out. Let me show you why it's wrong. And he say, yeah,
You feel like you're in elementary school again.
Yeah, you didn't have to put no dot. You didn't have to put no dot on this rest. I know it was easier to do it, but you didn't have to do that. You just could have made this a 16. I mean, you could have made this, this note versus this note, right? Or a 16 versus a 32nd note, right? And I think that's the point of your head section leader knowing how to write.
Yeah.
What are you a head section leader for if you can't make the job easier of the band director? Or if you could be the best player and still not know how to teach nothing.
Exactly, man.
I told Jeremie that his first year of leadership, I said, hey, bro, you're one of the best snare players I've seen in my life. But I'm telling you right now, being a head section leader, you ain't going to get it until your second year.
Right.
I said, at the end of your first year, it's going to click. And you're going to recognize, can't be chill or laid back as much as you want to be. First off, you're running the section that's 80% guys, right?
Especially during our time, it was no girls, but it didn't, until Tony came, we didn't have no girls in the section.
Yeah. I don't think about Oh, we had Tash, and we had...
what was her name that played cymbals? I'm blanking on her name. I think y'all had a freshman sister on cymbals.
We had actually...
Freshman
sister? No, we have a freshman sister.
But there was a girl. I know who you're talking about, though. It was a girl.
Second year. I don't want to say a band name. People band name.
Yeah.
And crowd name, because them are always crazy.
Right.
But hers ain't that bad. It's a carried off for Friday. But hers ain't that bad. But what was her real name? I'm blanking on her real name. No, it was Baby D, but I'm blanking on her real name.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember.
She was on cymbals. She was on cymbals. But yeah, we had 3 women on in the drumline, bro.
Yeah.
So like you're dealing with a lot of ego, and if you can't absorb a lot of that stuff, and you can't teach, I think that make your job even more harder.
Exactly.
I'm honestly saying, bro, this is for all collegiate lines. You shouldn't be no head section leader if you can't write.
Can't write,
in
man.
the drum line.
And I know on the swag side, they probably don't write, but if you can't construct cadences, bro, put beats together, if you can't do that, if you don't have just the mindset to want to innovate for your section, man, you shouldn't be section leader. Like, you just want to play, or just want to have the title, nah, man, that ain't gonna do it, because your section gonna be trash and you gonna see it.
I compare it to this. A lot of the drumline communities are a part of different frats. It's like being a step master or a stroll master, and you can't make up no steps or strolls.
Yeah.
What you there for? What you there for? You just want to look the nicest doing the moves, right? Like, no, we need something new. We got a step show we got to prepare for. Same comparison. We got a feature we got to prepare for at the end of the year. And if we have to wait on Mr. Ore to come back from PASIC or PASIC, we are 5 steps behind already.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that you have to have a reason to want to make the section better, even before even thinking about being a leader. I don't know if you know this, Pudge. I think Jeremie does, but the reason why I became a leader, first off, one of the best section leaders in the world, Ernest Williams, was there. He could play. Yeah. He was doing his thing. I hope he watches this. But the reason why I became a section leader, because I believe it was in like 2014, one of them years, and all of our snare sectionals, he always would stick. I'm talking about the full 2 hours. We would stick on 2 measures of a part.
Pudge used to hate that track, I feel like.
Oh my God.
I used to hate it.
Because I feel like at some point in time,
that was when I was head section leader too.
And I feel like at some point in time, you got to put the responsibility on people to go home and actually practice. So sit there and do it in practice. And we came out that bit knowing like
say that
7
again.
cases.
Repeat that again, bro.
That we I forgot what I said. That
people need to go home
and practice.
People need to go home and practice.
Work when they start, man.
This is not practice, bro. Hey, shout out to James Rouse.
Yes, he would always say
ATL Drum Academy. He used to always say this. This is not practice. This is rehearsal. Your practice is on your time.
Exactly.
You are expected, especially in 2025. I know y'all remember this. Like, bro, when I passed out Mumble, I gave everybody the sound bite.
Yeah.
We get in the room, Bryon and Jeremie playing the whole thing straight through. Everybody else over here with the music, fumbling. It's like, bro, not only did you get the snare sound bite, You got the music, it got the hands on there,
And it's really easy, like,
and it's easy. Like, what are we
giving
doing?
you the answers to the test. All you got to do is just put it on the paper.
It's like an open book test. You ain't even at least try to, like, the teacher gave you the paper for the full test, and it's open book. You ain't even try to find the pages already.
Exactly.
Make it easy for yourself. Like, I think a lot of this stuff, man, is bad habits at the end of the day, man. It's bad habits. Like, we can't progress the artistry if we aren't getting to the point where we're writing out more, right?
Yeah,
I know y'all remember that in the Percussion Connection. One year they were talking about, just drop pieces you write in here for people to play it. You know, it's the same people always putting beats in there for people to play. Same people putting sprees in there, right? So that tells you, bro, that we have a gap. And the gap has always been the same gap since Devin Miles from Drumline.
That music theory, man.
It's a music theory, bro.
Yeah.
It's a music theory gap, man. And it's frightening, bro, because that's what makes us us. When we're able to keep the music and we can see it years back. We can say, oh, okay, that music from 1998. When they played this, it's on the sheet, right? We can go back and reference it, play it.
I will say, I remember, at least when I was in high school, one of the big crazes, even though I wanted to go to Cookman, one of the big crazes was learning DCI and WGI music. And we used to always try to search for a new DCI, WGI music that was on the internet. And so I wonder if kids these days still have that same craze, that same want to learn these new, like Blue Devils. Like, everybody wanted to know a Blue Devil solo back then. Like,
man,
2011
listen.
Blue Devil Snare Lick, 2010
listen,
Snare
man.
Break. I used to
you
know
can play
all
Be Delicious on Quince, you raw.
Yeah, like
when I learned that on Quince, like when I learned the snare part, that was one thing. But when I learned it on Quince, I was like, oh yeah, this is just different. This is a different level of playing.
Yeah, those are actual Quint beats, boy. Anybody that can play that junk on Quince, oh yeah.
What's another one called? Body or something like that, ain't it?
Yeah. I think Norfolk does an amazing job at that, bro. Like, you're going to learn what's on paper, right? That's the one thing that I always took my hat to them on. State too. You can do a little bit of rote teaching with State. They have a little bit more videos of some stuff, but I always feel like you can't find that warm-up book that Norfolk got.
Yeah.
You can't find that. You can't find it. Like, you may be able to search PASIC now and learn a couple of them, but that ain't their whole warm-up book, right? So you get there and you got to play warm-ups that sound like the tag at the end of Let's Go Wildcats. Right? You playing warm-ups that sound like that. And you playing every warm-up sound like Road Trip, right? And, or the one you wrote, Jeremie. And I think for a lot of people, they're not thinking about that. They're not thinking about what that paper truly means, man. That paper is a roadmap for all of us. Right?
Music is universal.
Hey, I'm gonna bring up something very funny, because y'all remember me at Honda that year going off on all them bands when they were playing Arcadis. They were playing Drop That Bass, right? And I wrote pieces of Drop That Bass.
Hunter.
Right? Aaron, George Price, and myself, right? And Rick. And we're playing this, and we sent y'all the music, we sent y'all the recording. And y'all out here ad-libbing on our stuff. Right? Like, this is Arcadis. Y'all telling us y'all gonna do what y'all want to do on Arcadis. We put this on paper for a reason, right? You only had like North Carolina A&T playing it right. You only had, it was like one more other school, Alabama State. I want to say it was State playing it right. And then Southern just did 2 and 4 on the breakdown part. So we was like, okay, they keep the tempo. Let them do that.
And then Jackson State was playing that bit.
Jackson State is playing whatever they want. Listen, playing whatever they want. And I'm like, I'm about by all the points, and I'm like, bro, that ain't the parts we wrote, bro.
At all.
We can't even hear our own parts as loud as they was playing.
Whatever we play, we should be able to get out to every college, and they play it the same. So the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding.
You should pull that clip up,
reading, man.
The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding, bro.
You, man,
straight up, cats ain't reading. They're not reading. And I'm not trying to like just target Jackson State, because I like Jackson State. I like what they do is their version of their thing. I also like the tradition that they have.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when you think of tradition in 2 lines, I feel like it's us and them. That's how I feel a lot of the times, right? So not just trying to point out them, because it wasn't just them. I think North Carolina Central was there, or somebody else was there playing whatever they want. So it's a thing of going back to it all. Drumline taught a valuable lesson. You got to know that. You got to be able to read that music, bro.
Got to read that music, man.
You got to read that music, man.
I think a section drumline is much better when their head section leader can read and write music really, really well. That section looks a lot better. And so we all wrote music. I mean, I wrote Vance. I noticed that there was a need for us to work on stick control. We don't have specific stick control exercises, so I tried to work on creative exercise for that.
A lot of people don't know this. Mr. Ore came from a SWAC style line, Mississippi Valley. So he plays everything either 3 or 12.
Right. It's like only.
So he'll tell you, he'll say 9 if we playing something super fast. He'll be like, don't go all the way up there, baby. Do a 9. Do a 9 on here. But he'll always tell you, all I want to see is low and high on this. And we all know what that means. But at the same time, not everybody has that control.
Yeah.
You got high schoolers who have played with 3 snare players. They're playing everything at a 12.
Out. Exactly. Yeah. And
right. So again, not to be the dead horse, but that's the missing key, bro.
Yes,
if every hand section leader had to know how to write, and a credential was being innovative, maybe even coming in there with 1 cadence that you done written, that'll change the game. You'll have a new. Imagine you make everybody make 1 new cadence. It'll change up who apply.
That'd be disgusting.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
And you'll have 4 new cadence at the top of the year.
Right.
Think about it.
Change the game.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, man. Yeah, hey, man, I hope y'all getting these gems, man. Y'all, especially y'all at Cookman, but definitely y'all at these other schools. I hope y'all just listening to these gems, man, from these former section leaders.
Yeah, man. Listen, I think we're gonna see, some BTA this weekend.
I was gonna ask that too, bro. It's about to be so intense, bro. Oh my God. And I'm judging this based on at least the last 2 features from the Scattlers. Them jumps is freaking terrible, boy.
Scattlers.
So it's about to be vicious.
A lot of issues within their plan too, man. A lot of issues within their plan.
Band-wise, about to be interesting though. I ain't know.
Man, you talking about swag you?
Straight off of Jackson State battle, they definitely coming with some sound.
Yeah.
They definitely coming with some sound, bro. They definitely coming with some sound.
And my thing is, if the band at FAMU can tighten up, when it's time to tighten up, what's going on with the drum line? I saw the drum line face to face. I went to their homecoming.
Oh, yeah, you sure
did. And not to call anybody's name out and bash them, but it's a completely different drum line from what it was 2 years ago when they playing them new cadences, Breaking Bad, all the new hitters. And now they barely playing their old stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I think for me, the one thing, we used to joke, high school, we used to say the 3 F's, friends don't let friends go to FAMU. That was like the joke we used to always make. And not because we didn't feel like they can play. It's just that they didn't play anything that was appetizing to us being in Atlanta. Atlanta was different. Atlanta was mostly Morris Brown during them times, bro. Right? You didn't have a lot of SWAC percussion instructors like we do now.
Right.
You didn't have a lot of South Carolina State influence like you do now, which is great influence. You had a lot of Morris Brown influence. So for me, when I see people like Tyreek, I hope I'm saying his name right. I call him Ty for short all the time. Him, he get to FAMU and they switch it up for 2, almost 3 years, right?
Yeah, exactly.
2 almost 3 years. And I said it on Percussion Connection. I said, you don't get any advancement or edge because you finally become collegiate.
Right.
Like you don't get an edge for that. Like we've been whooping y'all since there was a feature. Like y'all have never caught a win. So you don't get a W off the fact that you finally rose to the occasion. Like it's either you beat us or you didn't. Ain't no tie, ain't no none of that. So for me, I wanted to get back. I want FAMU to get back to what they was those couple of years, bro. And we haven't seen that, and it's disappointing. It's disappointing that you got these FAMU directors who are at other universities, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like at places like Flomo, getting Flomo to the point where FAMU ain't even a conversation. It's just Flomo and Cookman.
Oh my God!
Right when it comes to drumming in Florida.
Yeah.
Right. So I need them to step it up this weekend too, man. I want to at least see them, get one hit in. Something.
Like something, bro.
Right?
Like that 20, I'm telling you, that 2018 to like 2021 run was like the best I've ever seen of FAMU. And I already say
I was scared of them.
Bro, what? I was like, hold up, man. Wait.
You said you were scared. Now, I'll never be scared, but I'll be impressed.
Yeah, I was definitely impressed.
When I say I'm scared, I'm saying if they got in front of Cookman, I'd be like, okay, what's about to be played back? Because I don't know what's about to come out their book.
Yeah, I do know the part, right? Because
exactly.
I think the year they had the mask on that year.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tyreek was I was like, hold on. I was like, hold on.
I think they started with a snare solo or something. I'm like,
and you know what's crazy? That's the solo that Tyreek wrote. If I'm not mistaken, Tyreek and the old percussion instructor where I'm at Faith's Place had a hand in it. And that solo was nasty.
Wow. That's hard.
But see, the thing is like, now you got those same guys. Now, I don't know if Tyreek is writing for Flomo, but I know that, of course, Flomo percussion director, shout out to him. He's solid. He's doing some amazing things. But you also got, I think, either some people that work with him that he also may let write one or two things. Like, I would be hoping that's also shifting back to FAMU because, bro, it's like night and day. It's back to all this.
Yeah.
And that's, bro, that ain't appetizing for me, bro. I'm sorry,
They need some
bro.
young folks, man. They need some young folks.
I'm sorry, bro. At some point, your culture can stay your culture. But at some point, you still got to, again, like we said about Bethune, that band got to travel more, bro. That's a hole for us. They got to travel more. Like, we supposed to went to Jackson State last week. We know that there was some issues that happened, why they weren't able to go, because they weren't, in fact, supposed to go. They had some issues that ended up happening, so they couldn't travel. But we not seeing that same thing right now from FAMU. They got to step that drawing up.
Yeah, man.
The band ain't going to cut it all the time, bro.
Exactly. The band is famous, but that drum line is boo-boo, boy.
Yeah.
I wish I could put up like the emoji.
Right. Nah, man. Shout out to FAMU, man.
Yeah, man. I have faith in y'all, man.
Yeah.
I think y'all going to pull up a surprise at this classic. And
I really hope.
I have no faith.
Hey.
I have no faith.
I don't either. I really don't either. Especially seeing how Cookman was this past year.
Oh, yeah.
I have no faith in what FAMU got going on, but
listen, it's Wednesday too. All I need the boys Tuesday. All I need the boys to do is lock in tonight.
Yeah, like tonight.
Lock in tonight.
Tonight is when the real feature start.
I'm gonna text Justin. I'm gonna say the feature should be done tonight, bro.
Yeah. At least.
Like you need that 48 hours to clean it up, because you already know we tell them, hey, go ahead and bring your bag here.
Yeah.
On Thursday, bring your bag with you. Run back to the room, shower. But hey,
better run your thing 30 limb time, boy.
Move all the chairs.
Yeah,
when it's time to leave practice, it's time to go to your first class, boy. You be in that thing all night.
Literally.
That feature practice, but folks be still having their they freshman shirt on from when he got ripped off.
Yeah, man.
That's funny as hell. But yeah, man, I think we've been on for about an hour. Cool. So we can go to the fifth quarter segments. For those of y'all who just now, I don't know, it's first episode, first time listening to our show. We do this. We end our show with this thing called the fifth quarter segment. This is when we talk about a band clip, or we play a band clip or drumline clip on the show. A clip that we love a lot. For this episode, being that it's classic week, we're gonna do some Cookman clips only. And for me,
let me change my fifth quarter then.
Oh yeah, so
no, I sure did.
For me, I'm gonna go with and I probably did it. I probably played this clip on the show before, but screw it, nigga, it's classic, so I'm gonna do it again. But it's a band room footage of 2017 feature. It's my favorite feature that I played in.
Oh, that's heat. That's heat right there.
Right. Yeah. This is my favorite feature that I played in, and this is just like we were saying. This is right after we moved all the chairs. Band practice had just ended. We told everybody to move the chairs.
Boy,
Let's run this practice. Let's run this feature 20 times.
Hey, Skinny Jerem could play faster than Jeremie right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This swole Jerem.
Yeah. Bro, my hands back then was, bro, I don't know what I was on, bro. That was just Cookman cat food.
Man, look.
Yeah.
And Ron,
Right. And I meant to say, Pudge, we'll also go on mute during this segment. This is where literally the listener only just listens and watches.
I'm still trying to remember to do that.
Me too, honestly. But all right, y'all, this is Cookman playing 2017 feature, the band room footage. Shout out to my boy George, man.
Who was that screamed in the end? I always wanted to know that.
Jose.
Oh, really? That boy said,
Yeah.
"Ooh."
Yeah, I know Jose.
that feature, bro, was one of the shortest, but one of the rawest features, bro.
Yeah, I still hands down give that feature the top.
Bro, there was no because you always hit this peak.
Yeah,
there wasn't a peak, bro. It was just like this the whole way, bro. And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like you could tell that most of that feature is student composed.
Yeah,
you can tell, bro.
Literally.
You can feel it. You can feel it.
Yeah. We had our hands all over that junk, bro. Literally, the only thing Ore wrote was almost the end, like the second half to almost the end.
He probably wrote some of that Quint solo too.
I was just about to ask it.
It got some Quint solo. It got some of his feel on that too. I could feel that.
I wish we could be unmuted because I know that solo, but you was like.
I said at the end. You probably saw me at the end. Like, come on, come on.
No, it fit in the groove of what was going on.
The groove for sure. It wasn't a bad solo. It was a good solo.
Yeah, exactly.
For that feature, if you would have tried to do a little too much on that, it probably wouldn't have sounded as good.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the that snare solo is top 2 not 2. Top 2 not 2.
I'm gonna use that,
bro.
Cookman snare solos, bro. Top 2 not 2
we went.
Cookman snare
Yeah,
solos, bro.
yeah. That one was literally stupid. I
Because it
remember
changed the whole flow of the rest of the cadence, bro. Of the rest of the feature. When I first heard it, I was like, "Ooh, hold on,
bro." When I first saw, because me and Brandon kind of made that solo together, and when I saw Brandon's portion of this, I'm like, bro, because he wrote it on music. I'm like, we not about to play this, bro. Like, we not about to play it. He was like, bro, come on, bro, we could do it. We could do it. And I was really shooting it down initially. I was like, let's see what we can do, man.
Yep.
And we actually was able to play that joint. That joint was crazy, man. 13 folks playing it is insane, man. Bro.
And that snare line was probably like, from where people were from, that's probably one of the most diverse snare lines we've had.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it was majority Georgia.
You had majority Georgia on there, but you also had cats who played at other schools, came to Bethune.
Yeah.
So
true. Yeah.
It's bro. Listen, bro, it changes again. Nothing against the Florida cats. We always gonna be majority Florida. We in the state of Florida. Shout out, hey, all my freshmen brothers and sisters that was from Florida. Rock with them. Got frat brothers from Florida, so no discredit to y'all. But at the end of the day, we need some of that diversity. If you listen to Georgia, we need you.
Go to Cookman, man. Go to Cookman, man. Please.
Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brian, what you got for us?
I sent one to your email earlier. We were talking about how the feature in the classic be the ones with that one wasn't. Let's just get that out of the way. That feature wasn't nobody scared. Y'all went out there and put it all on the floor.
Yeah.
That means y'all knew that bit.
I mean, it was so short. You better not be.
Yeah.
But the feature that I sent is the one that they played at Palm Beach Lakes High School. Yeah.
Was that the one where they had 8 snares?
Yeah. No, I don't think that's the one I sent. I couldn't find that one though. I know what you're talking about, but I couldn't find that one.
That was 23, I think.
The one I sent you is the one, I think it was last year's feature.
That was straight off the pandemic, so that was 2022. That was 23. It was the spring of 23.
Jeremie. I think the one I sent you was featured 24. But it was in the year 25 when they spiced it up and everybody was in that thing. I don't know how they did that little stick flip.
Yeah.
But and the
that's the solo
that
Travis wrote. Travis wrote that solo, right?
Yeah. And he went viral for playing that joint.
Listen, that's top 2, but number 2.
Bro.
That solo.
I ain't gonna lie, boy. Performing it, them boys got it. I ain't gonna lie. They executed that solo to perfection.
That was the cleanest part of the whole feature, though.
Yeah. We only got to play like the intro in like 2 minutes of it. I think that'd be like 5 minutes.
Yeah. This is one of their longest ones. That's why I'm like, please shorten it, bro. But
yeah. A minute and a half, just when they start, and boy, you see them formations, boy. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my 5th quarter segment that I have for you all today. Is Bethune-Cookman University's drumline playing last year's feature, but I stuck. You hear me? All right.
All right, we can start right there after everybody.
Oh, dang.
said
Dang,
yeah.
the next part was a swung part, boy. Oh, my
Got a
God.
question for you. Got a question for you. Which portion of the Quint solo did I write?
I feel like the beginning. I feel like they started off.
Nah, I wrote the second half. That's
I
why
swear I was going to say that.
yeah,
You know why?
yeah.
Because the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
half,
yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah.
half, all it sounded like was a bunch of rolls. And I was like,
Yeah, let me
nah,
see.
if Pudge wrote something, he going to wrote the second part that actually
Yeah,
felt like
I wrote the
something.
second half of it.
Can you see this?
All this right here, right?
No, right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we started.
All of that.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, you guys should hear accents.
You can literally tell when his part start because it start with Puka.
Yeah, bro. So that's why I keep saying, bro, they got hands, bro. And they added 4 more to that. They didn't lose nobody. They added 4 freshmen to that. Well, they lost 1 upperclassman. He graduated. They added 4 freshmen to that. He either graduated. He missed the BCU.
Oh wow! So that's
really?
Mr. BCU. Wow.
Yeah, he missed the BCU.
Yeah, Cap,
that's who
I
it
think.
is.
Nah.
You're not Greek at all. Yeah, I think his name I forgot his name, Kofi, something like that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I just seen a picture of him, and saw that he was in the
Abdul
back.
Kofi.
Cool, dope.
He was the one that they lost.
Right.
Yeah. He the one that that they lost, but they got 4 freshmen. So that's why I keep saying they should be pushing the envelope, bro.
Yeah.
They should be pushing the envelope.
There it
is. Should be solidified. All right, but what you got? What you got for it, Pudge? If you got some.
Man, I was gonna say you said you